Imagine commanding a nuclear submarine where your crew is demoralized, performance is the worst in the fleet, and people are quitting left and right. One wrong decision could cost lives. That was the reality for U.S. Navy Captain David Marquet in 1999 when he took over the USS Santa Fe. What happened next is one of the most powerful leadership stories ever told. In less than a year, Marquet turned that failing sub into the best in the fleet. Retention skyrocketed, awards poured in, and the success continued long after he left. His book, Turn the Ship Around, isn't just a military tale. It's a blueprint for any leader who wants to unlock the genius in their team. Today, we're breaking down the main points. Here's the context. Marquet was a star officer, top of his class at the Naval Academy. He was supposed to command a different submarine he knew inside out. At the last minute, he got reassigned to the Santa Fe, one of the poorest performers in the entire Navy. Low morale, high turnover, rock-bottom inspection scores. The Navy, like many organizations, ran on the classic leader-follower model. The captain gives orders, everyone else blindly follows. It's top-down command and control. Marquet quickly realized this system was broken. Crew members waited for permission on everything, even trivial decisions. They avoided mistakes instead of pursuing excellence. Disengaged people dragged everyone down. Marquet had seen this fail before. He knew that in today's complex world, relying on one brain doesn't scale. If the leader leaves, performance collapses. That's not leadership, that's dependency. So Marquet did something radical. He threw out the leader-follower model and replaced it with what he calls the leader-leader model. The core principle? Give control to create leaders, not take control to attract followers. Instead of do this, he taught his crew to say, I intend to. This tiny language shift turned passive followers into active owners. A sailor wouldn't ask, Captain, what should I do? They'd declare, Captain, I intend to adjust course for these reasons. Marquet would simply say, very well. He called this intent-based leadership. The idea, move authority to the information, not information to the authority. But here's the catch. You can't just hand over control. Marquet built his system on three unbreakable pillars: control, competence, and clarity. First, control. Marquet rewrote the genetic code of how decisions were made. Key mechanisms included use I intend to force ownership. Resist the urge to provide solutions. Let your team solve problems. Think out loud so everyone hears the reasoning. Have short, early conversations instead of waiting for perfect plans. Eliminate top-down monitoring systems that kill initiative. Second, competence. Control without skill is disaster. Marquet shifted from passive briefings to active certification. Take deliberate action. Pause. State what you're about to do, then act. Learn everywhere, all the time. Don't just train, certify knowledge. Specify goals, not methods. Tell people what success looks like, not exactly how to get there. Repeat the message constantly so it sticks. Third, clarity. Everyone must understand the why and the bigger picture. Begin with the end in mind. Connect daily work to the mission. Strive for excellence, not just avoid errors. Build trust and take care of your people. Use guiding principles for every decision. Give immediate recognition to reinforce great behavior. Encourage a questioning attitude over blind obedience. These three pillars created a positive spiral. More control built competence and clarity, which enabled even more control. Marquet didn't preach empowerment. He created mechanisms that made it inevitable. He called it emancipation. The crew already had the power. The results were astonishing. In under a year, Santa Fe went from worst to first. They aced inspections and retention hit record highs. Dozens of crew members later became submarine captains themselves. The system outlived the leader, proof of true leadership. Here are the big lessons for every leader. Leadership is a choice, not a position. Anyone can lead when given the right environment. The old top-down model is obsolete. It creates followers who run at half speed. Leader unlocks full human potential. Real change starts with action, not just mindset. Act your way to new thinking. Install new behaviors and language first. Empowerment without competence and clarity is chaos. Invest in your people's skills and shared purpose before you delegate. Build an organization that thrives without you. If performance drops when you leave, you failed as a leader. Focus on excellence and curiosity, not perfection and fear. Mistakes become learning fuel, not career killers. Whether you run a business or a team, Turn the Ship Around proves one truth. The most powerful organizations aren't commanded, they're led by everyone. So ask yourself, where in my world am I still playing the leader-follower game? What one small mechanism could I introduce this week? Pick up the book, try one idea, watch your team transform. Because when you turn followers into leaders, you set it on course for greatness. Thanks for watching. What's one lesson you're taking away? Drop it in the comments. And remember, leadership isn't about being in charge. It's about charging everyone else to lead.